Go.
I'm Nick Lashenko Roofing. We're here at the property on Corsini Court. So far, the carrier has approved to pay for the metals and the shingles around the metals. That's the current scope of work. So what we're doing today is we pulled a shingle for ITEL. We're also going to assess the repairability of the roof. We're going to conduct a simulated repair. I have a manufacturer-approved roofing flat bar and a roofing hatchet. I'm going to break the seals on all these shingles, and I'm going to get the nails out of this shingle specifically. I'm going to remove that shingle from the roofing system and evaluate and see if any damage occurred. I'm then going to reinstall that same shingle and then reevaluate at the end. And the goal of this is to determine if the roof is repairable or not. So I'm going to get started now. You have nails on you? First thing I got to do is use my flat bar and break the seal. One thing that we notice can happen from time to time is the seal, which is on the underside of this shingle, actually bonds better to the top side of the other shingle. What that's going to do is put a hole along the whole top where the sealant line is. That's called material transfer. That's damaged. If I notice any of that, we'll stop. We'll get an up close shot of it. But if that happens on any of these shingles above the one that we're attempting to pull out and put back in to simulate a repair, we'd have to replace those as well. Manufacturer doesn't want you to have a hole in the underside of the shingle. See, just doing that, this tab's already starting to delaminate as well. When this tab delaminates, it's never going to reseal. Next big windstorm, this tab's going to fly off. So already, it ripped too, but this tab and this shingle needs to be replaced. See that it's ripped completely through here. I'll try from down here. So this happens sometimes. There's really nothing you can do. Sometimes you just get a batch of shingles where the sealant is really, really good. There's no other tool approved from the manufacturer to complete this other than a flat bar. Just want to note that. So it's pretty bad. All right, I got this one unsealed. Obviously, this needs replaced already. We'll just draw a big line through that. This one's coming up a lot easier, but I can hear the material transfer. It's pulling away really bad. This one. All right, I got all the seals undone. You want to hand me the camera? I'll show. There's definitely going to be a ton of material transfer. So we'll start with this shingle that's really bad. You can actually see right there. That is the underside of this shingle, and it's pretty consistent across the whole thing. There's a big chunk right there. So other than the fact it ripped like crazy, the shingle would need to be replaced because of material transfer. Same thing. You can see chunks of the shingle right there. More chunks right there. It's pretty consistent across the whole thing. Just a heavy amount of material transfer. There's a really big piece right there. So all 4 of these shingles already need to be replaced because of the material transfer. But we'll keep going. Here's the phone back. Next step is I have to remove the nail heads. Again, I use the roofing hatchet or the roofing flat bar to complete this. So they're all pulling through. Sometimes what ends up happening is the nails just pull through the shingle, put a big hole in it. It's kind of what I'm noticing here. So far, 2 of them have already pulled through. Let's see if I can get this, at least one nail out the right way. Yeah, same thing here. All these nails pulled through. I actually got one the right way. Yeah, so here, if you want to pass the phone back. The entire first course of nails completely pulled through. So you can see the shingle around there. There's no chance we're going to be able to get those out clean. Yeah, I just tried to get, there was one more. I think there's 7 on this shingle. I tried to get that one out. I was able to get that one clean, but every other one has pulled through. You can see it right there. Now I'll do the second course of nails. Find them first. Trav, you want to get a close-up of this? Here, hand me that. So when I used the flat bar to loosen it up, if you can see right here, the entire shingle just ripped. Oh, no, it's underneath. The entire shingle just ripped, so that's a tear. I'm trying to get a better shot. Right there. So just another reason why it's not repairable. I'm gonna keep going. See if I can get any of these. Same thing here. This nail pulled through as well. There's just no chance. I'm doing more harm than good trying to get these out. And it's not that they're installed correctly. the shingles just can't, there's not enough, they're basically so dilapidated to the point where when you try to pull the nail out, it just doesn't have enough rigidity in it, so it's just ripping right through. Because normally it's holding in the shingle good enough, it's gonna come up you know, like a 1/16 of an inch, and then I can get my bar up underneath here and get it up the rest of the way and then work it out. It's just not happening. Maybe here. Nope, it ripped again. Here, I'll show. So this one ripped really bad. You can see the hole, it's about the size of my finger. There we go. That one came out. Most likely because the shingle's already ripped here, so it already had a failing point. Same thing here, it pulled through. Took a big chunk of the shingle with it too. I mean, this is already bad. Here, try to zoom in. See this big tear? Can you see that on the camera?
Hold on. Yeah, a little bit.
Like it's about a 3-inch tear. Just pulling that, trying to get that nail out. Here, let me see. Click the button. You can see it's like a 3-inch tear from like here to here. All right. Should be all the nails. Except the reason that the shingle is sticking, probably another reason the nails don't want to come out, is, let me take the camera back one more time. This roof has like a slope transition across the whole eave. So it's got a heavy amount of ice and water shield. So just another reason that those nails don't want to pull out the right way. But obviously, you know, all 4 shingles we have to manipulate to get this one out have already been damaged to the point we need to replace them. So at this point, just to finish the video the way we know how to do it, I'm going to get the rest of the nails out, and then I'm going to reinstall the shingle and then see if we observe any creasing or further delamination of the tabs. So I'm gonna do that right now. Get those nails ready. I need 12. That nail's dripping. You can see that's what happened. So when I tried to get this nail out the right way, it just took the shingle with it. Got it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm gonna re-nail it. A couple things to note. We have to get the nail within the nail line. I gotta lift the shingles up above it high enough to get my nail, my hammer, and enough force to drive that nail perpendicular to the roof deck. Manufacturer requires the fasteners going straight. They cannot be slanted. So there's no, I angle it this way and then hit it in. It's not what the manufacturer requires. They're required to be perpendicular to the roof deck. So if you want to come down a little bit just so they see I'm going right to the nail line. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to install directly to the left of where the existing nails are. Just like that. Here. Same thing for the second row. This is going to be the row that's a little bit stiffer because it still has nails. So I got to get this high enough to get my nail in the nail line. Let's come a little bit higher. Again, just lifting it high enough to complete this. I'm not trying to lift it more than I need to. See, that shingle just tore.
Mm-hmm.
These tabs are delaminating really bad too. There's one more right here. All right, I've re-nailed it. Obviously you can see the tearing in the video. Only thing I'm gonna do now, just take my hand, wipe along the top of these, and that's just gonna simulate what wind and rain is gonna do over the next few weeks. What you'll notice is a heavy amount of granules falling off. I wish you could hear the video. I don't know if you can, but I could hear the fiberglass mat tearing when I lifted it. But these all now have an extremely heavy crease line, or I had to raise the shingle to get the nail in. So this shingle obviously tore a bunch. So I'll mark it up with a T. It creased really bad. I'll put a C above that. This shingle down here, it's got a tear and a delaminated tab. This tab is delaminated as well. Same thing. These tabs, this one's just really bad. That was the tab. That one's delaminated. All right, pretty clear to say this failed to repair. The roof is not repairable by any stretch of the imagination. What we're gonna do now is just provide a temporary repair, make sure it doesn't leak over the holidays, and send this video to you at the insurance company. My name is Nick Washenko. Please call me if you have any questions. Clearly this failed. Thank you.